Over the next 10 days, I'm doing a simple 1 tip a day video. Check back tomorrow for another. By default, Cura heats the bed first and then the hot end. This is fine, but that doesn't mean we don't want to tinker with it. If we look in Marlin's documentation, we will see that there are G-code commands, specifically M commands, to do each. M104 for the hot end, and M140 for the bed. And I guess if you're posh, then you have M141 too for the chamber, but here in Creality Land we don't have that kind of thing. Heated chambers? Anyway, to make the printer wait between one and the other is also an M command. M109 is wait for hot end temperature. And if we look at the documentation, we can see that you supply the temperature, so you can have it lower than the actual set temperature, I guess. And though I haven't tried this, it would allow you to overlap the heating rather than having one wait for the other. I can see why you might want to do this. Similarly, we have M190, which looks like a distinctly afterthought number. This is for the wait for bed temperature command. Anyway, all good, until you look at Cura's startup code. Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, initially, this is a bit mind-boggling. How can you change the behavior of the heating start code if there isn't any heating start code? Well, it turns out, I know you're not expecting me to say this, but yes, it turns out it's complicated. If we look at some generated G-code here, we could see that we have all the right M codes right here at the top. Set the bed to 70, wait for the bed here with M190, and then the same for the hot end. M105, by the way, is report temperatures, as in to the host, which could be Octoprint or whatever. I can't say I'm sure what that's there for in this context. Even the documentation says don't use it, use M155, so let's just ignore that. So the worry here is that we can't edit this section if this is not actually within the start code. Luckily though, we can, but it's complicated. But don't worry, it's not that complicated, we will sort it out. If you just stick it in the startup code like this, then it might work or Cura might override it. In my tests, Cura did not override it, but it did put it below its own code, so this would not work as intended. I think you'd be waiting for 2 preheats in a row. This might sound like Cura misbehaving or a bug, but if you think about it, well, do you really want to hard code your start temperature into your G-code? No, probably not. Because, of course, it's a setting in Cura, isn't it? If you switch from PLA to TPU, well, what do you want to do? You want to change the temperature, obviously. Printed ABS? I mean, I don't, but some people do. You'd want to change your bed temperature. You get the idea. So here's the way you actually do it. By putting this parameterized bit in here, not only will Cura populate it for you, but it also knows not to duplicate it with its own code. Quite clever. And of course you can switch these around however you want. As per this Stack Exchange answer here, you can have simultaneous or sequential bed heating. Again, I will link below so you can cut and paste this section instead of having to type it out. If you have more than one extruder, then you're in a fairly exclusive club, but here's how you do it. I'll link to this page too below. There's some sass on this thread too, so enjoy that. It seems quite common on the Cura forums, and it's always entertaining. Anyway, Ghostkeeper is a dev, if not the dev, so while I don't have multiple extruders, and I haven't tried this, I assume that what he says will be canon. It should work fine. As a side note to all this, it's not of much use in here, but, well, I mean, maybe it is. I thought it was interesting anyway. There's also a G4 command that you can just use to insert a pause. It's called Dwell, which makes it sound like it's from an 8-bit RPG, but it's measured in milliseconds or seconds if you put a P or an S in front of the time, the amount of time. So we're talking G4S10 for 10 seconds. This might come in useful someday, especially if you find yourself messing with filament change code or something. So remember that one, I guess. Anyway, see you tomorrow.